Welcome to Tii Casa Knitting. In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily and quickly unravel your work. Sometimes when you knit up something and you're not happy with your work and you need to unravel your work, this is a really quick and easy way to do it. This is a yarn winder that I use to help me undo my work. So what you do is you would take the end of your work. Now sometimes you're in the middle of your work and you find that you want to unravel the piece. You would just take the remainder of the ball of yarn that you're working on and just put it through this post here and then continue on doing what I'm about to show you. Otherwise, if you're at the end of the yarn and you have a tail hanging, that's the quickest and easiest way to unravel your work. So I have a demonstration piece here that I've knitted up, and I'm just going to unravel this. Again, you take the tail end of your yarn and wrap it around the post of the yarn winder a couple of times and wedge the tail into that groove right in the center of the yarn winder. Take the other end and just loop it through that arm there. Now sometimes if your work is really wide, you might want to just fold it in half so that you have a better control of the yarn, of the piece of work, so that it doesn't flop around. Otherwise, you could just hold the piece like this in your left hand or right hand, whichever hand you prefer, and you would just then go ahead and spin it, and you can see that it unravels your work. Now sometimes the yarn would get a little felted, and all you have to do is just undo that, and basically you're just going to spin and it unravels your work for you and spins it into a ball of yarn for you. Now this one here is probably not a very good yarn that I should be demonstrating because it does have a lot of felting capability. And if that was the case, you just stop for a second and just unpick it, and it will unravel. But otherwise, you're just going to keep going like this. And you can see that it's unraveling your work really quickly for you. So you're just going to keep going until you finish unraveling your work, and you will see that you have a beautiful, nice ball of yarn for you to restart the project. So I'm getting close to the end of the work that I was trying to unravel, and I have a little bit left, and you can see that I have a really nice ball of yarn again, and you're just going to keep going until your work is done unraveling. Oops. So now sometimes when you get to the end where you're cast on edge, it becomes a little tight and difficult to move. You just unravel it manually and then just wind it up into a ball of yarn. Work the ends in there and you're all done. There we go. And there's your ball of yarn. And again, if you prefer to pull your yarn out from the middle, just hold on to the tail and just lift it up. And there's your ball of yarn.